Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more WWE 2k18 Universe Mod. I'm BrendenPlayz, and this is your post-Royal Rumble edition of Monday Night Raw right here on Universe Mod. If you haven't already, check out the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, one of the biggest events in Universe Mod history, on a night where we crowned Finn Balor as the winner of the Royal Rumble in our fourth Royal Rumble in the series. Well, one man who was not in the Royal Rumble match isn't exactly happy. He's a little bit upset, and that is, of course, The Miz. And The Miz is out here tonight demanding a few little things. Let's see what he has to say. Last night I was meant to be in the Royal Rumble match. I was promised by Christian a few weeks ago if I had a good performance, if I looked good against Seth Rollins, that he would give me an opportunity to be in the Royal Rumble. He promised me a spot, and he failed to deliver. As soon as I was about to walk out to go into the Royal Rumble match, I was told that I had been replaced. Replaced by other superstars. Replaced by someone else. Who the hell could replace me? This is a travesty, and I want justice for Miz. Let that be trending. Let everybody know that I deserve a chance. I deserve something. I deserve some compensation, because I should have been in the Royal Rumble, and if I hadn't been in the Royal Rumble, then Finn Balor would not have won. Raw would not be sitting back wondering what went wrong, because Christian, he wants Raw superstars to win the Royal Rumble, and guess what happened? It didn't happen at all. SmackDown did win, and now we're wondering what went wrong. Well, I tell you what went wrong, is that I was not in the Royal Rumble match. But the unfortunate thing is that I have been starved of opportunities ever since I've come to Raw. I was a SmackDown champion. I was a tag team champion. I have had success in my career, and I know I can reach the pinnacle, but yet I continuously get held back and held down by management. It's not fair anymore, and I've had enough. So Christian, I want answers, and I'm not leaving this ring tonight. I'm going to hold this show hostage if I have to until you tell me why you replaced me in the Royal Rumble match. I deserve to know why. Well, ask and you shall receive, Miz. The GM is here, and Christian has a few things to answer for. Why did he replace The Miz? And what will he give The Miz in return? Because he did promise The Miz a spot in the Royal Rumble. It didn't happen. Let's check in to see what Christian has to say. First of all, Miz, I'm sorry for not putting you in the Royal Rumble match. It should have happened. I did promise you a spot. Unfortunately, things changed. I gave someone else your spot. The reason being is because, well, quite frankly, Miz, I just didn't think you could win. I wanted to put the best Raw talent in the Royal Rumble that I could find. I had only had a limited amount of spots, so I decided to put someone else in your spot because I felt as though they had a better chance to win the Royal Rumble than you did. I'm sorry, Miz, if that offends you or upsets you, but that's the truth. And I know I did promise you a spot because you did perform really well against Seth Rollins a few weeks ago. I thought you were great. And because of that performance, I said you should be in the Royal Rumble match. So, you want justice? You want some kind of compensation? Well, how about this? I will give you a title match tonight. You will take on Dean Ambrose for the United States Championship. But, you know, you made a few terrible remarks about me, and I'm not exactly thrilled about what you have to say, so it's not going to be a singles match. It's going to be a fatal four-way match. And I'm going to add in two other superstars. And those two superstars are the former United States Champion Dolph Ziggler and the Lone Wolf Baron Corbin. So, Miz, if you really did deserve to be in that Rumble match, if you really did deserve to be in the main event of WrestleMania tonight, you will prove to me that I have been wrong about you this entire time, because it's quite frankly, I don't think I have been wrong. I don't think you're as good as you think you are. So tonight, it's time that you prove to me and the rest of the WWE Universe that you can actually be a champion, that you're good enough to be in the main event, because if you don't, Miz, then I just don't know if I can afford to give you more opportunities, because I've given you enough, and you continue to fail me time and time again. So, Miz, this may just be your last shot, so you better make it count. Well, that's huge news, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have a title match here tonight. The Miz will challenge for the United States Championship. And what will be a big clash for The Miz? Can he get the job done though? It is certainly going to be a big night tonight as Jinder Mahal takes on Kevin Owens in singles action. Also, we're going to see Dash Wilder take on R-Truth in singles action as well. We're going to see the Women's Champion in action, Nia Jax, taking on the woman who came right to the end of the Royal Rumble matchup, Sasha Banks. Elias made his debut in the Royal Rumble. He's officially a part of Raw. Elias takes on Curt Hawkins tonight. And the Fatal 4-Way main event that we spoke about, The Miz, Baron Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, Dean Ambrose, the US titles on the line. Who's going to walk away as the champion? We're going to find out in your main event tonight. Jinder Mahal versus Kevin Owens. It's going to be Kevin Owens picking up the victory. Dash versus R-Truth. Dash Wilder gets the win. And we're going to have 3 matches on tonight's episode. We're going to start off with the women's matchup. It's going to be Nia Jax versus Sasha Banks. Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is the women's champion, Nia Jax. As we now know, it is going to be Alexa Bliss going to WrestleMania to challenge the women's champion. The question is, who's going to be champion walking into WrestleMania? Will it be Nia Jax? Will it be somebody else? We're going to find out soon at our upcoming pay-per-view. Coming up next, it will be the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view on a night where we will see 6 of the best superstars locked inside an Elimination Chamber with only one man walking away as the victor. Well, Nia Jax, she would have watched on at the Royal Rumble and watched on probably with a smile on her face knowing that Alexa Bliss won, because in my opinion, the size difference between Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax is going to be unbelievable. And I don't know if that's a great matchup for Alexa Bliss. So if I'm Alexa, I'm hoping someone else finds a way to take that title away from Nia Jax, and I don't know if that's going to be possible, because Nia Jax is red hot right now. But Sasha Banks could walk into WrestleMania as champion if she can beat Nia Jax tonight, maybe earn herself a #1 contendership spot. We'll see if she can get the job done here tonight. Big opportunity for her, and as we said, she came down right to the end, and also we thought the final 2 in the Women's Royal Rumble matchup between Alexa and Sasha. Alexa got rid of Sasha Banks, but as it turned out to be, Stephanie McMahon entered herself into the Women's Royal Rumble matchup. And, well, we had an extra participant, so Stephanie was technically the final woman in that match. But Sasha was right there at the end, and she had a great opportunity to win it. She could have gone all the way to WrestleMania. All she had to do was throw Alexa Bliss over the top of the rope, but she was unsuccessful in doing so. Nia versus Sasha Banks here tonight is, a DDT, and Nia Jax head first, crashing into the mat. Big night here tonight on Universe Mode. We got Elias coming up against Curt Hawkins later on tonight, and we're going to have a Fatal 4-Way match. The United States Championship is on the line. The Miz has just been called out by our GM, saying he's not good enough to be in the spot that he's been given. And it's time to put up or shut up for The Miz. This is it. If he doesn't win here tonight, well, he might not get any more opportunities. Does that mean that Christian may look to trade him, or may look to get rid of him after WrestleMania? It's quite possible. And for The Miz, that's going to be disastrous for his career. He's going to need a big victory. Otherwise, things will not be going his way whatsoever. Here on Raw, Sasha Banks fighting away with Tilt the World Head Scissors, takes her down there. Nicely executed there by Sasha Banks, and as we said, a great night for her at the Royal Rumble, but still didn't quite get the job done. So it's all well and good that you perform well, but it comes right down to the end. You've got to make sure that you get the W. We also saw Charlotte perform so well in that Women's Royal Rumble match. She was probably the MVP for the first half of it, and maybe the second half, the MVP might have been Lita. One of the legends returning in that Women's Royal Rumble matchup, Lita performing so well. Maybe she should deserve another matchup, another chance to show us what she can do. One more match maybe for Lita, who knows, but she was so good in the Women's Royal Rumble match. You have to say that maybe she's still got it. She's still good enough to get back in there and perform again. Sasha now with a boot right to the back there of Nia Jax. Sasha going to pick up Jax again here, and going to toss her right into the ringside barricade, and the heads collide though. As now Nia, shot to the midsection, is blocked there by Sasha, who takes her down with a single leg takedown as she spins Nia Jax off of her feet. Nia has been the women's champion after beating Becky Lynch at Survivor Series. She's held it again after beating Becky again at TLC, but she didn't have to defend it at the Royal Rumble, so she's had a bit of a month to kind of rest up and prepare for the road to WrestleMania, which of course has begun. The road does begin at the Rumble, and we continue it on here tonight for Raw. It's going to be a big couple of months in Universe Mode action. You definitely won't want to miss it. As now Sasha has Jax down, going to the second rope. Splashes down there on Nia, but Nia still doesn't look too phased right now. As Sasha, head first, right down to the back of her head. She lands into the canvas. That's not going to be pretty there for Nia Jax. Again, head first, right in there again. And Sasha Banks looking okay here. Nia, perhaps the time off hasn't helped her. Sasha Banks, she's got everything to fight for here tonight. As again, Hurricane Rana. Jax taken off of her feet. Sasha came so close at the Rumble. She's going to want to try and make up for it here tonight. She's going to want to make sure she makes it to WrestleMania somehow. And perhaps the only path for her is by winning the Women's Championship. She doesn't have a title match set in stone yet, but a victory here tonight will put her right in the box seat to receive one. Nia, I don't know why she's kind of taunting the crowd right now. She hasn't exactly been performing that well. She's struggling just a little bit as Sasha in the corner. But this is when the power game of Nia Jax comes into play. Oh no, put her in the tree of woe here. She's hung up, and now the boot right into the throat of Sasha Banks. The elbow to follow it up. The power game on display now. Every time Nia Jax strikes, it hits you with more force than any other woman on the roster. That's just the way it goes. It's not easy to deal with Nia Jax. Right hand there by Sasha. Here we go. Sasha Banks looking to go for this neck breaker. Oh, steps through, connecting, and now the cover. Both legs are pinned down. Sasha Banks had both legs hooked there, and the neck really in a bad position. Nia Jax still good enough to kick out though, despite the pressure applied. And now Nia taken off of her feet there by Sasha Banks. Will this be the boss's night to shine? And look out. The Banks statement. Oh, yes, she's got it. But Nia Jax had a boot on the rope. Underneath the rope even. That's the problem with Nia Jax. She's so big. She's so tall compared to the rest of the women. You don't normally expect someone to have the reach that Nia Jax has to be able to find the rope as easily as she did. Here's the cover now, shoulders down. More pressure applied to the champion, who just hasn't got out of the gates yet. She's struggling. Well, she's had a bit of a false start here, and Sasha Banks is on fire. She's looking fantastic here tonight, but this could be the turning point. Sasha's in trouble. Nia slams her down. Big time slam there by Nia Jax, and whoa, wait a second. Here comes the Women's Rumble winner, Alexa Bliss. Well, what's she doing? Nia Jax completely distracted right now, focusing on Bliss, and Sasha from behind, shoulders down. Wait a second, the shoulders are down. Sasha gets it. Oh my goodness. Sasha Banks defeats Nia Jax. Well, we said Alexa Bliss probably doesn't want to face Nia Jax at WrestleMania. And Sasha winning tonight may just have given her a title opportunity. The distraction costing Nia, and that could be a huge moment for the road to WrestleMania. Sasha Banks has pinned the women's champion despite, yes, distraction, but she was looking fantastic throughout the match. But you have to say that slam at the end, I thought the tide was about to turn and Sasha was in trouble. Alexa Bliss gets herself involved and costs Nia Jax this match. Well, if I'm Alexa, I tread very carefully here because you don't want to piss off Nia Jax, that is for sure. The distraction costing Nia Jax, and this was the moment when she slammed it down right here. I thought for sure she was going to find the win. Nia Jax is not happy at Sasha Banks here or at Alexa Bliss, telling the referee to reverse the decision. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen. Sasha Banks gets the win by hook or by crook. She defeats the champion here tonight. Well, what a victory there by Sasha Banks, a big upset. And now, can Curt Hawkins, can he cause an upset here tonight? He's taking on the debuting Elias. Elias is in the building tonight. Well, he won't be playing the song for us, but he's certainly here to show us what he's capable of doing in the ring. We know he's quite proficient with the guitar in hand, and he's musically gifted. Well, that's what he told me to say anyways. Elias believes that he's one of the best musicians going around, but how will he fare when he's in the ring? Can he get the job done? I don't know. Curt Hawkins will be a tough opponent here tonight. Elias looked pretty good in the Rumble for the short space of time that he was in until he was eliminated. He was the first man gone. RVD eliminated him. He looked okay for a couple of minutes there, but he was gone quickly. Rob Van Dam eliminating Elias, who came in at number 2, did Elias. So it wasn't exactly the best opportunity for him to win the Rumble. But tonight he's got a great opportunity here to beat Curt Hawkins. As now Elias met there with a running bulldog by Hawkins. Well, Curt hasn't had the best of luck, let's be honest, when it comes to matches here on Raw. He hasn't exactly won too many, but things could change for him here tonight. You beat Elias, a debuting superstar. You never know what's going to happen. And we've been awaiting the debut of Elias for quite some time now. He was in NXT for a little bit of time. He got a Raw deal. They signed him to a contract a few months ago. But our Raw GM Christian was waiting for the right time to unveil Elias, as he said that he believes Elias could be a future champion here on Raw. So we wanted to ease Elias in the best time possible. Big acquisition, though, for Monday Night Raw. Elias not getting a big deal, not a top contract or anything like that, but he's certainly got himself a steady offer, and he's got himself a chance to really earn that payday here tonight. As a shot to the midsection. Certainly didn't earn it at the Royal Rumble when Van Dam eliminated him very quickly. And Elias has come out and said that if Van Dam would show up for once in the ring and face him one-on-one, things would be very, very different. So Elias believing that the only reason why he didn't win is because of the Rumble environment, the only reason why Van Dam got the better of him. But right now he's stopping away on Elias, and if that was a Royal Rumble situation, Curt Hawkins would have been eliminated. As now, nice work there by Hawkins, who's going to get back in the ring, realizing the count. And Elias, oh, here's the power game of Elias again! Press slam there by Elias, and well, I think quite underrated when it comes to power is Elias. He's a big man. He's certainly got plenty of size about him. But the thing I like the most about Elias is his aggression. He will come after you with those lefts and rights, and they will certainly hurt. As now lines him up and hits a beautiful elbow. Well, we know how good he is with the guitar in hand and how fantastic of a musician he is, but we're getting a bit of a chance to see how good Elias is in the ring. And right now he's impressing, no doubt. Didn't get too much of an opportunity at the Rumble, but things are changing here as Elias drift away. Will that be it? I don't know. He's wasting some time. And Elias, oh, he's not done yet. Here we go. What a neck breaker. What about that from Elias? Beautiful combination. Will this be it? No. Curt Hawkins gets the shoulder up. I gotta say, I'm a little surprised. I didn't think Hawkins would be able to beat Elias here tonight, to be honest with you. But he's putting up a fight here. Elias getting the offense in, though. Hawkins is certainly on the defense. And so far, his defense has been, well, pretty poor. Elias back to his feet here. Hawkins, oh! There's a takedown. Spearing his way right into the midsection of Elias and taking him down, and now looking to follow it up with a snapmare. And Curt Hawkins whips the head back and forth there. This is a chance for Hawkins now. I don't know about this. This might be a reason why, when it comes to the win-loss record, it's not exactly pretty to look at. And that might be a reason why, just wasting some time, too much arrogance. As now a Northern Light suplex, Elias has the shoulders down of Hawkins, but he's able to kick out again. And this is when Elias must not get frustrated, because this is a tough competition here right now. This is a bit of a fight back here by Curt Hawkins, and this is something you want to see from this man. And Elias hasn't been able to put him away yet. Will that change the story? Elias is certainly writing a tune right now for Curt Hawkins, who's got nothing in response. It's not a duet. It is definitely a solo because Curt Hawkins is nowhere to be found. He is really struggling here, but I think Elias is just toying with him. He's just having fun. Elias is just beating down Hawkins and just sending a bit of a message perhaps to the rest of the Raw locker room. As Elias head first. And now Hawkins has the arm. Hawkins is trying to make Elias tap. Or maybe Elias is wasting too much time. Elias, though, able to survive. Curt Hawkins now trying to put Elias away. And Curt Hawkins looking for his best move. I didn't even think he had one. And there it is. Curt Hawkins to beat Elias. What an upset. No, the shoulder gets up. Well, Elias, you might want to get your act together because for right now, Curt Hawkins is in, well, he's in the striking range. He could definitely beat Elias right now. Curt Hawkins could pull off a massive upset tonight. Hawkins! Missile dropkick! Connects! Takes down Elias. Will he be able to get the job done? Can he finish him off? No. Elias now. He's had enough. Here it comes. Drift away. Elias has wasted some time. But as soon as Hawkins starts to fight back, he makes sure that he finishes off his performance with a victory. Well, nice victory tonight by Elias. He showed us what he's capable of. He was in danger for a moment there, but quickly able to turn it back around to his favor. Elias with a victory over Hawkins, and oh, come on. Elias is not done yet. Oh, here comes Elias, stomping away on Curt Hawkins right now. And this could be a sign of what is to come for the rest of the Raw locker room. Well, the Miz, we've already seen him at one point already tonight, but we're going to see him again this time. In-ring action will take place. He wanted compensation. He wanted something for, well, as he said, the disastrous night that was the Royal Rumble. It should have been the Miz's night in his own mind. It certainly wasn't. The Miz, not even in the Royal Rumble match. And the WWE Universe, geez, there was an uproar. Everybody was wondering where the Miz was. Everybody thought he was coming in at number 30. It turned out to be Kurt Angle. And the Miz was left, well, wondering himself what went wrong. And now the Miz will get some justice tonight. At least he's got himself a title shot. It won't be an easy one. He would have liked to have had a one-on-one match against Dean Ambrose, but because he was chirping his mouth just a little bit too much, our Raw GM Christian deciding to change the game just a little bit and decided to make it a fatal four-way instead of a singles. So the Miz might have had his own foot in his own mouth for a moment there. Certainly costing himself a great chance to become the US champion tonight. He's still got one though, but he has to deal with this man as well, Baron Corbin, as well as a two-time US champ and a former world champion, Dolph Ziggler. Baron Corbin certainly underachieved himself. He needs to step up, in my opinion. Dolph Ziggler, though, recently losing the title to Dean Ambrose. And now Ziggler will get himself a rematch here tonight. Not in the typical fashion for himself either. Dolph Ziggler was a part of the Royal Rumble, so was Baron Corbin. And so was Dean Ambrose. So all three men, bar the Miz, were in the Royal Rumble matchup. And, well, Christian, he said he wanted to put the man that he believed had the best opportunity, the best chance to win the Royal Rumble match. He wanted to put them in the match. So that's basically saying everybody in this match, except for the Miz, Christian rates higher. So Christian believes everyone is better than the Miz in this match. That's interesting. Dean Ambrose approaching the ring right now, focused as usual. He's recently turned his bad run of luck around with a victory, beating Dolph Ziggler, winning the United States Championship. He's held the US title, he's held the Intercontinental title, and he's also held the WWE Championship. Finally, Dean Ambrose is back on top. But how long can he stay there for? Will we see an upset tonight? Will Ziggler, will Corbin, or will... God, can it happen? Can The Miz get what he deserves? Can he get a title? I don't really think so, but this is a chance for him to prove himself because he's been close on occasion without really getting himself in the title hunt. One of those superstars that he'll get himself in contention matches, but doesn't really go on to win those number one contendership matches. and will find himself on the outside looking in. He's been successful as a tag team competitor, teaming up with Tyler Breeze, winning the World Tag Team titles over on SmackDown as a part of the A-lister team. But he went his separate ways with Tyler Breeze earlier on in the season. He wanted to go as a singles. He brought back his wife Maurice, and they've been a bit of a duo, a bit of a couple. She's not here tonight. But The Miz hasn't had much luck at all, hasn't had much success at all as Dean Ambrose goes into the turnbuckle, which is now exposed thanks to Dolph Ziggler. Now that's going to be a dangerous situation throughout this matchup here tonight. No doubt about that, and that's going to make things quite interesting indeed. As now Ziggler, met with a neck breaker there as Baron Corbin. He's on the other side of the ring here. Dean Ambrose, with a boot right to the skull. Thought it might have been a knee, but I think it was more of the foot into the head of Corbin. Dean Ambrose trying to fire up. Corbin's going to make him pay. Ziggler slams down on the Miz. And now, oh my goodness, the head of Ambrose right into the turnbuckle padding. That's going to hurt. Ambrose tossed away again. Ambrose will take a breather. Miz is going to join him, I think. Yep. Well, Miz, if that was the Rumble, you would have been back to the changing rooms pretty quickly. Luckily for the Miz, he doesn't need to worry about hanging on and staying in the ring. Well, all three of the men that were in the Royal Rumble match were unsuccessful. Ziggler, Corbin, and Dean Ambrose. Neither man having the best of nights, to be honest. So, whilst the Miz wasn't in the Royal Rumble match, at least he didn't lose. That's something. He's got himself a title shot here tonight. Can he make the most of it? Right now, Ambrose, the current champion in the ring here, has the Miz lined up. And Ambrose head into the second rope. Will drop down. No, misses out. And the Miz, this is a chance for him. Well, Miz, he talks a big game. He came out here very frustrated, clearly. And understandably so, but he talks quite a lot. It's time for him to really deliver in the ring. He's had no single success at all in Universe Mode history. None. Which is quite surprising considering the caliber of superstar that he is. But he has achieved nothing. And we know Ambrose and Ziggler both winning world titles at one point. Baron Corbin is another guy who's had a lot of hype around him, but hasn't really achieved too much. This is a chance for himself here to get himself an unlikely victory and an unlikely US title around his waist. Dolph Ziggler, can he win back the title? He's trying to do it right now. He's got Corbin against the ropes here. Dean Ambrose back into the ring. And Dirty Dean looking to make Ziggler pay. A bit of a rivalry between those two has been brewing for quite some time. And we get to see a bit more of it here tonight. Ambrose. Right hand. Here comes Dean off the ropes. Clothesline. Corbin over the top. Miz takes care of him. Ambrose now lining up Ziggler. Look out. Dirty Deeds. Ziggler's gone. That could be it. To retain. No, Ziggler powers at it too. Well, that's the situation of a fatal four-way. Sometimes you can do a lot of damage to one superstar, but you don't get the opportunity to put him away. So you try and hit your best move on the one guy you've worked away. But for Ziggler, he hasn't really been worn down. So despite Dean Ambrose hitting his best shot, Ziggler was far from hurt. And it's now Dolph Zigzag. The zigzag by Ziggler. Ziggler is going to beat Ambrose. Here it is. No! Dean this time kicks out at 2. Dolph Ziggler's best shot can't beat Ambrose, and those two have had a back and forth for a couple of months now. They know each other well. As Corbin, deep 6. Where did that come from? Ambrose is really hurting now. Ziggler trying to connect, trying to take down Baron. Finds an elbow, and now to the midsection, looking to put him away here. Neck breaker, no. The neck into the shoulder of Ziggler. Instead, now right hand, Dolph Ziggler. Going to try and take Ambrose into the corner. Does so successfully. The Miz is back in here. Miz has been a little bit quiet as of late. It's been more Ziggler and Ambrose. As Corbin went for the end of days, but Miz able to find a counter. And Miz stomping away on Corbin. Ambrose over the top of the rope. Ziggler with the right hand takes down Dean. And now the Miz. Here's a chance for him. Corbin's in the ring. Miz trying to put him away. He's got the figure 4 leg lock. Here we go. Miz has got it locked in. But Corbin able to survive it. I think the rope break enforced. Miz might want it again. Trying to get Corbin up. Miz. Yep, he's going for it one more time. Well, it's worked for Ric Flair. Can it work for the Miz? Corbin, he's in a lot of pain. Dean Ambrose, I don't think he realizes. And I think he better, because Dean Ambrose, I don't think he's realized that the Miz has just made Corbin tap. Well, can you believe it? The Miz has walked out of Raw tonight as the US champ. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe it. The Miz, the unlikely winner tonight. I don't think he had much of a chance when it came to a fatal 4-way. But he's made Corbin tap with the figure 4 leg lock. Maybe using a move that he doesn't really use very often. And a move that he's basically stolen from Ric Flair has done the job for him. You know, using his own moves don't seem to work. He's stolen someone else's. It's worked. And he's won the US title. I cannot believe it. Ladies and gentlemen, The Miz is the champion. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a like on it. And make sure you subscribe to see more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.